Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who labor in giving us Akim these breakdowns so that we can go out into the highways and byways and break these scriptures down properly. I want to say peace and salutations to all you Akim out there that's preaching this gospel in all truthfulness and sincerity. And I'm going to get straight into it. First of all, I want to apologize for not having my garment on as it has been decreed for us to do at all times when we can. But I didn't have it on last time I was at this location, but now I have it on. My name is Karatazah. I'm out of the Detroit camp of GMS, and I'm going to get straight into it. And this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15, and it reads, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise men." And see, I'm not reading the scripture to get on anybody else. Hopefully this video is edifying, but this applies to me as well. Every video I make applies to me. I'm going to read that again. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. "See ye then that ye walk circumspectly." Now, what does the word circumspect mean? I'm going to get the definition, and this is coming out of the Webster's dictionary, the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, and it reads, circumspect, thinking carefully about possible risks before doing or saying something. So us Akim out here, it's very important that we be circumspect in our everyday life and everything that we do. Because see, we are out here, we're setting an example for those in the world who are watching us. We setting an example for the hopeful elect who haven't even woken up yet to this truth. I'm going to go get another precept to Ephesians 5 and 15. And the precept that I'm going to get is in the book of Colossians. This is Colossians chapter 4. In verse 5. And it reads, "Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time." So it's our responsibility to walk in wisdom towards them that are without. And what the breakdown of that is, to my understanding, is we have to be an example to, since we have this wisdom and we have this truth, we have to be an example to those who don't have it. If I'm riding around bumping my music, being a nigga, so-called, well, not so-called, but a 2/3 in the world, they gonna be like, "No, you can't tell me nothing. You doing the same shit I'm doing." Even though I don't smoke cigarettes or smoke weed or drink, and you also, but we still got certain attributes of a nigga. We supposed to put off the old man and put on the new. Verse 6, "Let your speech be always with grace." When we, when we amongst the brotherhood, we say we talk the way we talk. You know what I'm saying? But amongst the world, we trying to wake up the elect. We have to always be on point. Season with salt. When you season something with salt, that make it more enticing to digest and devour. "That ye may know ye ought to answer every man." So when people ask us questions, we're gonna give them the answers and breakdowns to the best of our ability, not as a nigga-like, but as a true Israelite. And with that, I'm gonna get one last scripture, and it's the book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 16. Bear with me, because this is what our big brother said. And by our big brother, I mean the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos, but his real name is Yahweh Shai, he who is delivered. Did not the Most High Yahweh deliver him to us, to redeem us, allow him to? So this is Matthew chapter 10 in verse 16, and it reads, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So with that, I want to say again, call Haloyim, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors again to the apostles and elders who rule well. And I want to give peace and salutations to all you Akim that's out here pushing this gospel in all truthfulness and sincerity, which is you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans, as well as you so-called, not so-called, but you confusion of faces that's out here. And with that, I want to say Shalom.